One of the first Bible verses that children learn if you grow up in the church is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, and whomever believes in him shouldn't perish but have everlasting life. And I believe we can point to that scripture as one of many examples in the Bible when we think about our greatest opportunity to integrate developmental psychology with the Christian faith. Humans are constantly searching for acceptance, belonging, and love. And it's in the Bible and through the life of Jesus that we can understand God's love and how God's love transcends into our daily living. One of the obstacles that often exists with this integration is the polarizing belief between the Christian faith and principles and secular psychology. An example of that is that in secular psychology, oftentimes it's believed that people can just be a victim of circumstance and that people don't have to be held accountable for their actions. While in the Christian faith, we acknowledge that sin is harmful and those sinful choices can create harm in a person's life. So these 2 points of view, while polarizing, I think there's room in between for us to find some common ground. And when I think about the argument from Christian leaders, people of the Christian faith, why should we believe psychology, or why should we even study psychology or trust it? The Bible's the only source of truth. It's true. We can acknowledge that the Bible is God's source of truth, but we can't effectively know how to reach people without the study of psychologists like Erik Erikson or Jean Piaget. And it's through these studies that we understand how people are shaped by things that happen throughout their lifespan. We live in a fallen world, and the biblical principles and moral guidance that we get from the Bible can, and in fact should be, applied to living a more fulfilled and righteous life. But we really can't be effective in how we do that without understanding developmental stages and meeting people where they are throughout that lifespan. We should study developmental psychology because if we look towards the Bible, even in the Great Commission, Jesus calls us to teach, to think about how to draw people closer to him. And we're also called in Galatians to think about how Jesus himself submitted his own life as a sacrifice through service. So how do we love one another, serve others? We can only be of great service to others and live an example, use our life as a living example, and show people who Jesus is through us by understanding some of the ways in which their experiences in life have shaped who they are.